Hey, happy Saturday to all you guys out there, ladies and gentlemen. Traveling down memory lane. Man, I'm traveling down memory lane. But anyway, I don't have an Xbox anymore. I used to, and there was nothing wrong with the Xbox that I did have. I was just moving, and the kids was moving. They were with their mom, and I don't know what happened, but I had that Xbox, and for some reason I just got rid of it. I shouldn't have got rid of it. I should have just kept it just for you know, just for nostalgia. For nostalgia. But anyway, this is. Do you guys remember this game? Kung Fu Chaos. Kung Fu Chaos. Man, this was a fun game. I can't believe how much fun this game was compared to, you know, just just on the Xbox alone. The way they made the characters, the way the fighting was, it was hilarious. It was funny. Let me share a little story with you about this video game because I'm gonna start sharing some stories with you guys. So I went to work and I was only working till 11 o'clock that day. But I was seriously happy that I got to work that Saturday because, back then my child support was killing me and my kids was at home and they always would watch themselves when I go to work. And I got off work at 11, had a pretty good day. I was just happy to be able to make some overtime money because when you make overtime money, it's just man. So that was back then. Microsoft Game Studio, crazy man, fist, face full of fists. This was such an entertaining game, man. Only on Xbox. That's back when, man, Microsoft, man, you guys just lost your way. But anyway, so I got off work and I was getting ready to go home and I decided to stop at GameStop. This is back when GameStop was pretty cool back in them days. And I would go in there and like I said, I think I was in my late 30s, early 40s. And I went in there and obviously the people in there were super young and they was like, hey, what's up, man? I was like, not much because they knew me, just sporadically stopping in there every now and then. So I was in there I just looking and seeing if the guys got anything. And, you know, that's the thing about it. They get to know their customers. They get to talk to them, and they were so young, and they were just so cool to talk to, man. And I was like, yeah, I just got off work, man. I just stopped and looking at stuff. So I have a knack of stopping in. I like to surprise my kids and bring them home a video game. And but at that time I was pretty tight, pretty cool, pretty tight with money. But I had worked that Saturday. I was so happy because I knew the following week I'd have a nice paycheck because $200 something was coming out of my check every week. That's why I worked 3 jobs. So they said, hey man, you ever heard of this game, Kung Fu Chaos? And I said, no man, I never heard of that game. So all three of them was in there. I think it was three of them. It's a girl and a guy, and they were in there. And like I said, they were so young. And they were explaining to me, and I was like, really? They said, yeah. Like I said, I might have been 41 or 42. And they started telling me about the game. And I was like, really? They was like, yeah. And I was like, wow, man. I was just sitting there. And so, it's got it just, it's just a booklet that goes with it and stuff. So they told me about the game. And I said, really? And I said, yeah. And they just kept explaining to me and stuff. And they said, oh, yeah, man, it's very cool, man. It's entertaining, man. It's just that, And, like I said, I was 41 or 42 or maybe. I was really in my early 40s. And they was like, they were like, they couldn't be no older than maybe 17, 18, and 19 or 20 or something like that. But they were so cool to talk to. And then I was like, let me check that game out. And then they showed me some stuff about the game and stuff, and they said, yeah, it's on sale and this and that, and we can give it to you at this price, and you got your rewards. You know how GameStop is. And I said, really? So yeah. So they sold it to me, and I talked to them for a little bit more, and so then I walked out. Got my car, and I went home. Like I said, this is back when I was struggling, man. And the kids was at home, and every time I come home, they would be up. They give themselves, they fix their breakfast and they do their own thing and stuff. And I walk in the house, they go, hello, Dad. And I go, hey. And I said, I got the game here, you guys. I said, I said, these people at the game. So he said, what's it called, Dad? And I said, you got a game? I go, yeah. And he's like, and I said, it's called Kung Fu Chaos. And they all three's like, Kung Fu Chaos. Like I said, they were young back then. So we popped that bad thing in, and all three of us fell in love with this game. It was just, now it gives you the blocking, counterattacks. You got the a courageous counter, a cunning counter, a cutthroat counter. it, it was just I'm just traveling down memory lane, sharing these stories with you guys. I'm gonna start sharing some stories with you guys. But yeah, man, it just brings back memories. Now, am I gonna go out and get an Xbox? Probably not. I'm gonna try to see if I can get this on my, I don't know, Xbox 360. That store is shut down now, but I'll see if the Xbox Series X has this on the store, but I don't think you can. I think this is only for Xbox. You can't play it nowhere else. So if you want to play this game, you have to play it on the original OG. But anyway, there you go, you guys. I just thought I'd share that with you. But man, my kids love this game, and even they're all in their 30s now. The youngest one is 29. When they those who did them, and when you brought, they always remember games that I brought home and surprised them with. And I remember one time I stopped at GameStop one day, and they they sold me a used game called God of War. You know, the old God of War. So I bought it. I took that game home, and like I said, my boys always say, "Hello, Dad," and I walk in and I go. Sometimes I say, "You guys about ready?" Because we didn't have money, so the only thing we could do is either go play basketball or we could go see a movie. And so I usually walk in and say, "You guys ready?" You know, that movie starts in about 2 hours. And they say, "Yeah, we got this." And I said, "All right." So now I brought home God of War on a Saturday, and they fell in love with that. They said, "Man, Dad, this game is awesome." That's back when God of War was doing that swinging stuff, and it was the OG God of War. It was the first game, and those young people at GameStop turned me on to that. And like I said, I was in my early 40s when I used to stop in there and talk to people. Hey, GameStop's nothing like that now. I can go in there now, but I rarely go in there. I usually I just buy stuff from Amazon. But yeah, I don't really want to go out and buy another machine anymore. It's just crazy, man. How some games are just has such an impact on us. Mine is basically with my kids and stuff. See, the disc is in good shape. Mine is basically, memories with my kids, and we were struggling, and me working them 3 jobs. And my main job was my factory job, and that job was strictly for uh, child support and insurance for my kids. And then I worked at Red Lobster, and I worked like 30. I worked 32 hours at Red Lobster, and I worked 32 hours at Red Lobster, and I did I think I worked. How did I work at Red Lobster? I know it's been a while. I worked at Red Lobster, I worked at Rowley's, that's a hamburger place, and I worked at my job. Now, my job basically was to cover insurance. I wanted insurance for my kids, and I wanted to make sure child support was covered. And so I had that part. And the other 2 jobs I had, they were for me to survive, and I had got me like a halfway decent apartment because beggars can't be choosy back then. But anyway, man, it's just. But man, when they opened it up and they started playing it, they was getting into that game, man. Man, anyway, I just thought I'd travel down memory lane and share that story with you guys. But I remember this game. This game, just the character design, and some of the platforms in it was just so. It was just entertaining. Microsoft lost their way though. Blood, mature humor, mild language, violence. But Microsoft lost their way. They actually lost their way. This is the beginning of what was yet to come with that 360. And they clicked on all cylinders with that 360. And after that, they took a nosedive and never recovered. Anyway, God bless. Take care. Be safe out there. Thanks for watching.